Hello, hello. It's Wednesday. Wednesday. I had to, right? I was like setting up for stream to be ready by past. I had to mess with my camera settings. Everything had reset. I know OBS had an update, but I don't think I did it. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Lou. Sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm sorry. Oh no. I'm gonna get charged with murder now. Killing someone. Oh, sorry. But yeah, I was sat there, I was like getting everything. No, don't die. Come back. What? This is turning out to be the worst Wednesday. I've killed someone. No. I was all prepared. I opened up OBS and I always have to check the camera settings because my webcam has to be put away every time. I can't just leave it where it is. So I grabbed that and I opened. I'm like, wait, why is this upside down? It had reset my settings, so I just spent the last however long, and it still looks like some things have changed because this is not how it looked. So we're just gonna have to put up with it. I'm done with camera settings. You know when you set them and you press confirm. Oh, do you ask for in Discord at some point? I'm having a day. Oh no, that's fine. Honestly, it's just been sat there for the past 3-4 years, gathering dust. So I'm sure it can just wait until you're ready. It's fine. So don't worry. So, for today, we have to. I have this on markup as well as on pattern keeper because I like the markup just to look at certain things, like for the page, because I wanted to know how many stitches I had left on this page, and for some reason I've got 31,791 stitches completed on both my iPad and on here, but I noticed I have some stitches missing here. They're not marked off and I haven't stitched them. Like, I can tell I haven't stitched them because there's gaps. Like this stitch here, you can't really see it. That's meant to be filled in. So we're going to fill that in quickly. But look, this page is coming along nicely. I need to stop stitching coming up to midnight. I need to set a time where I stop. I was stitching on this yesterday and I noticed like some of my stitches were wrong in this corner. I'm not unpicking anything. I looked at my laptop and went, nah, not today. No, honestly, it's fine. So I was looking down here and I was like, there's a hole where there shouldn't be a hole, and there's, you know, stitches where there should be no stitches. I had mixed up one of my colours, so there's a green stitch right here that shouldn't be there. It should actually be down here, and now there's a brown stitch down here that should be there. So I'm like, I'm done. It's fine. It's a HAED. We've got a red stitch somewhere that doesn't make sense in this flowers, so it's fine. Like, there's that bright one you really can't see. There's that bright one here that doesn't make any sense. But I'm also having a day little. I don't know what it is. Something about Wednesdays just. I know they're hump days, but this is ridiculous. But I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get on stream because you guys cheer me up. So come on, thread. See, look, we're having issues with the thread. I did housework and then my energy was gone. Yeah. So we're just gonna have a hopefully chill vibe today. We'll see. We always delve into chaos somehow though. It started last night, like 3 o'clock in the morning. Something just fell off because YouTube wasn't working. I'd finished my colouring for the night and I was like, right, let's just watch a bit of YouTube. Just to, you know, relax. And it would not play any videos. And I was like, what do you mean? It's not playing video. And then I started to panic thinking I had done something. And I was like, no, wait, because I had literally just been on YouTube on my computer like a couple of hours ago. Thank you for those head pats. This is wrong though. I should have been in front. I give up with streaming stuff. I fix it and then it breaks. Like, I'm just gonna not think about anything because I'm having one of those days where everything just sets me off. You know, where you're just so overwhelmed, you just want to cry all the time. That's how I am right now. But yeah, so YouTube wasn't working and I was like Googling, like, is YouTube down? And some things were saying, yeah, just the app. Other things were saying, no, it's a you thing. And I'm like, how can it be a me thing? When it was literally working on the computer. And so I started to panic and I was waking up frantically on and off all night just looking at YouTube just to see it. And then the video started to play again. And I was like, oh, thank God. Because I don't know what I would have done. Right, we've done those stitches. They're out of the way. They're done. I'm still holding the thread. We're getting to the point, though, where it's getting a bit ridiculous. There is, like, stitches in this part. And it's just, ugh. I use YouTube for music at night. Yeah. I don't know what I'd have done. It just would not work. And I was just like... I got one video to play, but that was it. If I came off that video, I could not watch it again without having to go through this whole process. So I just was like, you know what, we'll just have to part with this one video. It's not what I wanted, but it'll do. I've also broke the Allen key to my mic stand. So oh. Thank you for that follow and welcome. I'm just having a day. Oh, my brain. What was I saying? Yeah, I've broke the Allen key. I say broke. It's still in one piece. It's just I've threaded it, so I can't move my mic up and down properly. So. Stop breaking things, Emma. I can't help it. It's a Wednesday thing. But look. Right, so this is the Allen key that came with my mic stand. Hang on, this is the bag it's in. Excuse the... Right? Look. It's supposed to be... Like... Come on, camera. It's supposed to look like this. The problem is the light's glaring off of it. It's round at the top. And I'm like, oh. Luckily, my granddad has some screwdrivers that have Allen key parts, and one of them does fit. So I'm gonna have to... My mouse is vibrating on the screen. You guys can't see it, but my mouse is having the time of its life. There must be like a crumb or something in the sensor. Oh dear. See, even I'm having that much of a day, even my mouse is. No, not that colour. You want this colour. This is my only problem with full coverage patterns. Like, I love how they end up looking. It's just when you're getting towards the end and it's nothing but confetti, it's just... I think that's what my problem is. That's why I'm struggling so much with this. I'm getting to the point where it's just confetti. You'd think I've only got this and then this bottom bit, but there's a stitch there, there's 3 stitches there, there's 2 stitches there, there, and then 2 over here. So it's like, yeah. Yeah, so I was like really thinking about like not streaming, but then I was like, you know what? It's really awkward if I stream on Monday, take Tuesday and Wednesday off, and then stream Thursday, Friday. So I'm just gonna do one. And then I was like, oh, maybe I should play a game, but my computer might explode. So let's not do that. So that leaves me with this. I could have just picked up another project, but the problem is if I stop working on this, I'm not touching this. And I can't. I have to finish this page and then this one, and then that's it. Till the next lot come out. Whenever that is. So I'm just gonna sit here and be brr. That's the only way I could describe it. Brr. Oh, me and my sister were laughing at me yesterday though. My right, let me thread my needle so I can show you properly. So for some reason, as part of my Crohn's disease, I get little infections on my fingers. Like, you know when you got like a hangnail and you bite it, I don't bite them, but you know when you get a hangnail and you bite it and sometimes you get a bit of pus. Well, I get them, and can you guess which finger it's on? Can you guess which finger it's on? Because me and my sister were just laughing yesterday because all my nails were blue except for this one. Like, it's a little hard at the moment because some of them do all look the same, but one is definitely full on the warm colour. So I'm just having a fun time right now. But we were having a little chat yesterday, me and my sister were, and she'd look at my hands and go, Emma, that one finger, it's still red. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, you're getting cold, but the rest of you, but that one isn't. I'm like, that sounds about right for me. I don't know why, because I never used to get them. It's only been recently. So they're just annoying because they throb. And then you just have to wait for them to build up and then get rid of them. See, now I'm having problems. My threads are so overcrowded. Like, I have knots on the back and me trying to start a thread. Ah, that's my finger again. Oh, yesterday I shoved my needle down my nail. That was fun. It's a problem with two-handed stitching. You can't see what your other hand's doing. And it was such a hard jab that I physically jumped and I moved all my cross stitch. I moved this whole stand. No, I don't cut it anymore. I'm also trying out this new thing where I don't cut this end bit. I just tuck it in. This is what this needle with the bit of used thread is. It's like a, what are they called? Oh, Lumi got one recently. A snag it, a thread, whatever. You know what I mean. It just catches the loose strands. I've also tried to position myself a bit closer to the cross stitch so I can see, but then I still have the problem with the mic being right on my left shoulder. You can't even really see what stitches I'm doing at the moment because I'm up here in this bit that's almost filled in. I'm waiting to get to this person's floss tube that I'm watching. It's in a playlist of all my other videos I need to watch. Who's comparing a DMC, Jesus Christ, a Heaven and Earth Designs chart to a pain-free chart because one of the artists retired and moved to from HAED to pain-free crafts. And with some of the designers leaving over the whole AI thing, I thought that I would, like I said on Monday, rather than, you know, doing what HAED want and buying from them in a panic. She said she's going somewhere else. Bridget, oh my days. Bridget Ashwood said she was going to go somewhere else. So I might as well just see where she goes and then do that. But yeah, I can't remember which morning it was. It could have been yesterday morning, it could have been Monday morning. There's a diamond painting I want, and I've asked to be notified every single time it's come back in stock, because by the time I get the notification it's sold out, because they send it to me at like stupid o'clock in the morning, which is why when one of the which one was it? The Margaret Morales paintings came back in. It wasn't Agicide, that was a new release. One of her paintings came back in stock. No, it wasn't Margaret Morales, sorry. It was actually Memento Mori, that painting. When that one came back in stock, I was like, It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was like, I am panic buying this now. I'm just trying to see. Yeah, Memento Mori. This one is by... Oh jeez, I'm so sorry. I'm going to butcher her name. Rika Sophia Raikkonen? I apologize. But it's that big one that I posted in Lumi's Discord. Something just squeaked. I don't know what it was. It sounded like one of the cats was stretching behind me. Anyway, yeah, so I panic bought that at 1 o'clock in the morning. But this one didn't come out till 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'd only woken up because I was in pain. And I just looked at the notification and went, yeah, that's fine. If it's still in stock in the morning, I'll buy it. It was not. There's one Margaret Morales diamond painting that's still in stock. And I was going to get it with another one. But I guarantee when I go to do that one will be gone too. Because that's just how it works. I'm actually surprised it hasn't sold out instantly like they normally do. But yeah, we shall see. See, I keep getting lost on this. Ugh. Want this? I'm here. Okay. There. It's fine. My brain is very foggy today, if you can't tell, as well, which is just adding to my confusion. Oh, I did buy on Monday. No, it wasn't. Tell a lie. It was yesterday. Yesterday morning, I did buy the 300 set of Annie's Keepers. So when they come, I can kit up that HAED when I finish this. So we'll see how they are, because like I said Monday, as much as I love the floss chips from Pip and Chip, they're a bit big. I also bought a pack of 4 3-inch rings. I can't remember, I don't know how big the standard ones are I've got here. But I'm gonna see if those ones are bigger. You got an air fryer. Have you air fried anything yet? I mean, air fryers can be pretty useful. So, like, definitely better than deep frying your food all the time. I had was it a friend or was it like just an acquaintance at school? No, yeah, I've lost my appetite with these meds. Ah, okay. Hopefully your body gets used to the meds again and they let you eat properly. Because I get it. Having no appetite but still needing to eat, it's like everything you look at is just like, Even if it's a food you know you'll really enjoy, you just look and go, yeah, no, I don't want it. And you can't force yourself to eat it because then you'll just feel worse. I just hope that my doctor doesn't take, well, my GI doctor doesn't take too long to sort out what's going on, because I don't want to be without anything. Otherwise, I'm gonna start getting worse, like no appetite and feeling sick, and I already start to feel sick as it is. I've eaten a tub of Pringles today. I can't eat Pringles anymore. Because Pringles have fibre in them, and me and fibre are not friends. I'm sorry. It's fine. I'm not actually crying, I'm just laughing. Because I thought of something, but I can't say it because it's gross. And I vowed never to talk about this sort of stuff on my stream. Okay, I'll do it now, because if I don't, I'm gonna forget. Hang on. Hang on. I'm doing it on my phone. What called? A tub. That's the word. If this makes no sense, let me know and I'll tell you properly, but I didn't want to like put certain words. There. If that makes no sense, let me know. Oh, this blooming phone, it keeps it so sensitive sometimes. No, I got it, yeah. Yeah. We found out me and Fiber weren't friends, right? Because after I had my surgery in 2021, I was told to eat plenty of fiber to keep everything going, and nothing was happening. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing was happening. And it made it worse because I was like, it wasn't supposed to happen, but I was just like, It wasn't until after I got the diagnosis and I started researching that I found out that people with Crohn's can't digest fiber properly. Like, some people can. I'm the one that can't. Oh, I have a... Oh, damn it, I just got a letter from the hospital. Hang on. I've also noticed that Milo is as big as Shax already. Oh my god. How old is Milo? Sorry, I just want to know what this letter says. I just want to see what he says about... I'd normally leave it, but till later. We're gonna get my live reaction to me reading it. Sorry. The 10 months, Jesus Christ. Oh god, look, there's 3 things that's unresponsive to these 3 medications. She is understandably pretty miserable, and it's clear that the medication she has been taking has not really done anything. And this is now a 3rd biologic drug that has not helped. And then a stoma. And then I was like, guys, I've had my gallbladder out and it was fine. The incisions for that was fine. So he's just like, she says that she was fine. Yeah. Okay, so that wasn't a big disappointment. Sorry everyone. I just wanted to know what he says. I wasn't gonna read it all anyway, but... Yeah. It's taken 12 months, a year, to finally have him listen. And it's like... When I saw the nurse yesterday and I explained to her what had happened in the appointment, because she'd also read that letter, she was like, it seems like something's happening. What did you say? I said, I sat on the chair and I cried. And she was like, no. And I was like, yeah. I was like, I just sat down and was like, well, I didn't sit. I death gripped the arms of this chair and I embraced myself. And he was like, you look like you're in a lot of pain. And I was like, yeah, I am. And then I just started. She said that it is ridiculous that had to happen. But I was like, I think it needed to. I think, you know, me going there and saying all these things with not a smile on my face, because I always wear a mask when I go to hospitals or anything. So you can't see. But when I just sound like how I am now, saying I'm in so much pain, it doesn't come across as the same as me going, I'm in so much pain, you know? So it did suck though, because that whole week I was just I was out, done. But do you think it's funny I started to talk about it and then I got the email with the letter? Because I've gone paperless. I don't get physical letters. The only physical letter I'd get was when I needed a blood test to check my levels. Not anymore. Oh, for some of these stitches, I've gone into the next page because I'm like, I can't be bothered. If it's just like a couple and it's like it's going to be there anyway, like the rest of this petal, I just finished it off. But other colours, I was like, yeah, no. Just stab myself with my scissors. I was trying to last night make a special version of my gremlin emote. I was going to combine the smug face with the gremlin to create the smug gremlin. You know, the ultimate gremlin. I need to do it on the computer though, because Procreate does not have the capabilities I need. But I thought like that would be a funny thing to do. Just combine the two. Because after... Oh Lord, Keshi will love that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because after my stream on Monday, I got the email, you know, it's like, this is how your stream went. And I think it said that smug was used like 30 odd times. 35. In just that stream. And I think it was when you two were building the smug pyramid. Hang on. Oh, for crying out loud, phone, just thank you. Do. 22, sorry, I was a bit over. Look, most used emote. The award goes to... Oh god, my phone screen says it's pretty dirty. 1 second. Let's come in here. Look, ring light. Look, there it is, 22 times. By 2 users. That was between you and Keshi, little. So I thought like I could make it into like a sticker or a needle minder or a pin for Keshi because she can't have magnets. That's something I have to remember when I start to make my emotes into needle minders. I need to add an option for a pin for Keshi and anyone else who can't have magnets. Because I also want to do some of my badges, because I have badges that I've turned into needle minders for myself. On my Doctor Who one, on the 10th Doctor, he has a brain frog. And it's like, yes. Because I haven't done anything with my shop in a couple of years. Just because if I can't get in the mindset of doing it, I just don't. Kechi has a pin to match my Shax needle minder. Oh. I need to see at least the smug emote, my sippy emote, and my gremlin emote sitting on a project staring at me. Even if I don't use them, just them sitting here. Taunting me. It's just something I have to be like mindful of when I offer something as something with a magnet. It needs to be something that can come without the magnet for people that can't. That means I have to buy pin backings because I don't have any. I have badge parts. I have a drawer full of badge parts. I've even done badge making on stream. It was when I was taking part in this online event called a Crafty Day In. It was started up during the pandemic when in-person events couldn't happen, and it's ran by a group of people. There's a Discord server and everything, and they're not doing one this year. They did some last year, but I was just like, you know what, I haven't got anything new to put out, so I was like, I'm just not gonna bother with that event last year, but they're not doing one this year. And I'm so busy with this thing. I sit there and say that, like, oh, I could do some things in the morning, but I just prefer to, like, do things at certain times of the day. And it's like, and if I can stream it as well, that'd be a cool thing to do. You guys can sit there and watch me hand make memo pads by literally cutting them out by hand with my little guillotine. Because I don't have one of those heavy duty ones. I have this big A4 and then this little A5 that I use. I wish there was a way I could get to tell me how many stitches of this colour were on just this page. Because that's what I love about markup. And I had an update. I opened it up today after not opening up for like a week. And the interface is all different and it confused me. Because I thought it had deleted a ton of my patterns, and it was like, no, it put them in order of oldest to newest instead of newest to oldest, because I like my newest at the top. Except for Pattern Keeper does it that way, where it's got your newest ones at the bottom. Sorry, I'm fidgety today as well. It's just one of those days as well. But yeah, so like I want to make more memo pads because I have some designs I want to do. It's just getting round to it. The problem is as well, I was also having problems with my printer. And it's kind of fixed, but we're not sure. I haven't used it. I should be using it once a week at least, and I'm not. I need to be printing something out of it. Out on it at least once a week to make sure the ink doesn't sit there, because even though it's an eco tank, so it should be fine, it's not like a cartridge where the cartridge will dry up, but it's starting to spit ink, and it's like, I replaced my old printer with this one because it was spitting ink, and that one, my old one, was being used practically every day. I was printing out memo pads on the daily. I had a fat stack of like this many because I make them with like, how many sheets? Hang on, I do have a sticky note on my computer. 60 sheets. I need a printer. Yeah, the thing is though, one, they're really expensive, and two, something like a HP printer would be like budget friendly, but you have to do their stupid ink subscription model. Because when I started my business, I did have a HP printer, and it did do really well, but every time I would run out of ink, it would push me to subscribe to their model. And I'm like, I don't want to. Because once, say you have 30 days in which to use the ink up. If I use the ink up within 30 days, then it's fine. But if I don't, you won't be able to use those inks, let's say. You have to wait for your new lot of ink to come in. so I do not recommend a HP. The one I had after was a Canon. Don't ask me which Canon. It still sat over on the side, over the right side of the room, but I don't know which one it was. You just want a paper copy of the HAED too. Yeah. I mean, if I could... Oh, you have the different version to me. So never mind. I was like, oh, I could always just print my one out and send it to you, but you have the max colours and I have the regular. I could have just sent you my regular, because I actually have it printed out. I just have to reprint the first couple of pages. But again, you've got the max. I got the regular. Yeah, like that's the only problem. Like if you want to print out, because I used to use the HP printer to print out my patterns. When I was doing the Animal Almanac sal, I can send you the PDF to print. I don't feel comfortable with that. Like this is going back to what I said Monday. Like I know I would only just be doing it just to print it and then I delete it. But it's just that's that part of my brain. Like I even felt weird about it when you've sent me the PDF to help her. I know I'm teasing. I know, but there's that part of me that's like, this is wrong, even though it's like I'm helping. So I did end up caving and buying the pattern so I could help youth. And then I read the instructions and I was like, oh, youth. I was like, youth, I've worked it out. Because I was so upset that I couldn't get it to work for her. But it's working now because I realised what the mistake was. The instructions were a little unclear. Oh, for crying out loud. I moved myself closer so I could see. I still can't see. Right. But yeah, because she even sent me like a screenshot of the instructions and I read them and I was like, no, those are outdated. You can't do that on Pattern Keeper anymore. No, you can. They just hid it. So when I bought it, I read the instructions and then I did the steps. And I was like, oh, it's here. Oh God, I hate when the fabric's like this. The back of this thing is a mess. Like, I'm not normally one to care for neat backs, but like when I look at a Barbara Anna or one of my Barbara Annas or something, the back is like a lot neater. But when it comes to HAED, it's like, I don't really care. The colour's just going to go everywhere. The only time you need to be conservative with how you're laying your threads is if you're doing a kit. Oh, come on. I want to grab the tail. I think it's slowly moving. I'm just going to keep going through until I grab the rest. Oh, wow. That did it. I feel like this colour is only on this part of the page. I don't think it's down here. I think it's just in the flower. Yeah, it is. I just went to the other page and counted. Right. mean, like, especially with these flowers, I'm trailing. Because I'm going from each. Because I normally I did all these pages by row. So by a 10 by whatever the row is. But for some reason I just felt like doing cross country with this one. One thing I do need to get though from Pip and Chip is those stickers that go onto the Annie's keepers, because I can't be bothered to write out all the numbers. I'll have to write out, because what I plan to do is I plan to put all the spare ones onto the Annie's keepers as well, but then have them written out for those. Because at the moment for the HAED SAL, this one, I only have the spare threads in a bag as a full skein. They're not on anything. So I also need to go through everything. Oh no, I put that one wrong needle minder. There we go. I also need to go through all my projects that I want to do and see what threads I do and don't have. Right. Because the whole point of me getting the master set DMC as a subscription is it means that eventually I'll have the whole set. And then I'll have spares of colours I already have. So if I use them in a project, I can just replace them. My threads were all tangling on each other. They didn't want to make that easy. And one thing I will say though, these Pip and Chip are quite sturdy, except on this number you can kind of see it's worn off, and I think I must have scraped it against like one of the metal clips, because none of my other numbers have this but this one, and this was fine when I got it, so I think it's just from where the metal rings have caught it. These are nice quality. When I got these came with plastic, like, you know when you buy like acrylic pins and some of the artists will leave the protective film over it. That's what these came with, so I had to peel them. I'm wondering if this will be enough. We'll see. Because I hate starting a new thread just to do like a couple of stitches, so if I can get away with it, I'm gonna get away with it. Yeah, see, like right here on the back, you can't see where I'm pointing, but on the back of this petal, there's one big clump from where there's like so many colours. That's my problem with HAEDs, is the backs get quite thick. Like on some of these petals where it's like here, I don't know if the mic's picking it up, but it's like rock hard. Just one where you have to change colours. Like you can feel it here on the ladybird's face. And it concerns me. Because the more times you pull thread, especially one strand, through a thicker area, the more likely your thread could tear, because it starts to get weak. That's why sometimes my thread is torn. Mm. I think I'm about there. There we go. Now we get to play the game of how am I going to get this thread to over here. Okay, I think I've got it. We're gonna play a quick game of thread chicken and hopefully I win. So now I have all the Margaret Morales Heaven and Earth design charts. I'm like, oh no, I couldn't kit them up. Like, which one would I kit up? Like, not to start it straight away, but just so I could kit it. Because it's like, I haven't got a single Margaret Morales on the go yet. Which is like a shock. Because the one I'm gonna be kitting up on stream, I shouldn't say one. It takes me a good few hours to do, because actually it could be quicker this time because I wouldn't have to worry about hole punching. They normally take me ages because of the hole punching, because of when I put them on the cards. But these ones are going to be pre-done. Well, even if it takes me a couple of streams, I'll still do it, obviously. And then once it's kitted, I can start it on stream. I have the Q-snap ready. I don't have the fabric in it, but I mean I have a Q-snap ready for it. I have the threads ready to go when the Annie's Keepers turn up. I just need to get the stickers, like I said. Posture. I'm sitting up. I'm not shrimping. I'm sitting up. It's just I'm leaning just a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. I promise. I know you can't tell, but I am. Just if I sit right up, I can't see anything. I believe you. I think you've got no choice. Because you can't see what I could be sitting like a proper shrimp right now. The most is I'm sat on my legs. Oh wait, I didn't even mark all them ones off. There we go. Oh, I think we're gonna do it. I think we've got enough thread. We'll find out after this jump. There we go. We have to do a little jump again to over here. But I think we have enough. I think we've done it, guys. Yay. We did it. The other problem with all this confetti is you can't just sit there and zone out like I normally would. You have to actually pay attention. Which makes me slower with stitching. But look, we have a bit of the frog coming in. I think that's its nostril. Like because this is its nose. Its eyes are up here. Oh dear, certain Zelda has awoken. He's making his way over here somehow. Or not, he's decided not to. Okay. Never mind. I'm also thinking about making some emotes, but they'd have to go on BTTV because I don't have any more slots. Unfortunately. But I was thinking of making... I think we'll do those colours towards the end actually, those lighter colours. I was thinking of making some emotes for Zelda and Pickles the bird. Like, you know when sometimes he screams and you can hear him just like a funny like, oh, we can hear him. And then the same for Zelda, so when Zelda comes on you can all just spam Zelda emotes and be like, there he is. So I'm just grabbing the next colour. Well, the next ring. And I moved this again, I know I did. Luckily this colour's only in this part, so I don't have to jump anywhere. Like there's so many things I want to do. It's just getting round and finding the energy to do those things. That's what I struggle with. Like I can't, it takes me hours to wake up. I'm not one of those people that can just wake up and start doing things because I'm like, I can't. The most I do is I get out of bed, I go to the toilet, and then I sit here, I turn the computer on, and then I just browse my phone whilst the computer's setting itself up. And then I catch up on all the Discords I'm in, and that's it. And then if I'm not streaming, I just sit here and like put YouTube on, and then I grab my cross stitch. And it's just, it takes me hours. When I was on my very first Crohn's medication, I could actually do things. I'd wake up and I'd be able to do things. And I was like, oh my god, is this what it feels like to be a normal person? And yeah, no, that me doesn't exist anymore. She's dead. She's dead and buried. Like, I was hoping that if the current medication I was on would do something, it would at least have done that, like, let me wake up in the morning, but I can't. It doesn't matter how much sleep I have. I used to go to school some days on 2 hours sleep, and I could kind of function. And that was a case of waking up and having to do things like get dressed, go get the bus to school, go do some schoolwork, and then come home, do homework. And now I can't do that. And even when I was working, and the times I was working was like the after school hours, so like 3 till 6, I would wake up and I'd sit here at my desk and I would be a bit more motivated to do things, but because I only had so many hours to do things. Not anymore. It's not the fact that I'm not motivated, it's just I just have no energy. I feel like I'm an old phone that needs to be charged all the time, or I insta die. That's how I feel. My blood work, like everything else, is good, so I'm not anemic, I'm not deficient. I am lacking in vitamin D, but that's what happens when you don't leave when you don't leave the house and you have the blind down all the time. Sunlight hurts, okay? And look, me being inside, it lowers my chances of getting things like skin cancer. So same, like I could sleep right now. I feel like I could go to sleep. I won't. I said this, I was talking to someone about this yesterday in the house, and I was like, even if I'm like, eyes are really heavy, I can't go to sleep until it's like time to go to sleep. Because if I do, I'll just wake up feeling worse. So I might as well just suffer and get on with it. And then I'll go to bed and I'm like, ah, yes, I still can't sleep. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Why did I do this to myself? So I've just like gotten used to it. There are just some days where like my voice might sound like I'm like awake, but I'm not. There's nothing going on inside this head. Like nothing wants to come out how I want it to. I'm having to really think. Simple distractions won't me lose my train of thought. I will forget what I'm saying. It's annoying. I just don't see the point in going to a doctor about it, because all they'll do is they'll try and give me sleep meds. Like, I don't have problems sleeping. It's the waking up that's the problem. Like, yeah, okay, I don't go to sleep like a normal person because I'm in pain, but once I go to sleep, I'm fine. It's just if I'm in too much pain, it will wake me up, but like, that's normal. Anyone who has a pain will wake up. People that have regular surgery will wake up during the night if they're due medication because, you know, they're in pain. That's just the same with me. I just feel run down, and I have, oh, there's Zelda. There he is. He's finally decided to join us. He's behind. Oh, he has an itch. Oh, you can't see. You can see his shadow. You gonna show the people? No. You can see that you sort of whisker. Yeah. He's just rubbing up against the frame. There you go, there he is. What are you doing? Oh, bless him though. Like last night, I was feeling a bit sick. And he came and laid with me, which made me feel worse, so my mum had to get him off. But he just wants to cuddle up to me when I'm not feeling great. But it's like, I can't. I'm sorry. Ah, he's leaving. Well, I say leaving. Don't move the mic, mate, please. I need this. Do you want to get up in the mic and purr? There you go. You might have heard, he's sitting on the keyboard. Don't sit on the keyboard, sir. We've had this discussion. What did you do? Where's my pattern gone? Thank you. He closed my pattern keeper out. He didn't close it right down. He just came out. Jeez. I wake up during the night a lot. Yeah, it's not great because then you're losing the sleep that you need. Like, he's back underneath now. Our other cat, Molly, likes to lay underneath. I actually have a picture of her from last night. She was laying under there and she was as sweet as sweet. And the only reason why I can let her sleep under there... Oh, for crying out loud. Phone. Thank you. The only reason why I can let her sleep under there is because she won't touch the thread, whereas this one will. Just make sure there's no... Look. Let me turn the brightness up. Look, there she is. Sleepy. Underneath. That was her at like midnight. Yeah. I can just see Zelda's tail. You guys can't, it's over there. Hey. Come on, mister. Can I... Hang on. Come on. What are you doing? No, Zelda, don't start hitting the keyboard with your tail. Why? Why? What's with this disrespect? He just knows I can't pick him up. That's what it is. Let's just move this for a second. Look. Ooh. That might be too much leg, though. He's there. Hang on, I can just do this. There. You got rid of one leg, but now you can see Leap's legs. Yes. And you just put this over here for now, for a minute. What are we gonna do with you, mister? Zelda and Jax would get along really well. Yeah. They seem like the two, a pair that just, they don't know what personal space is, they don't know what boundaries are. But at the same time, it's like I wouldn't have them any other way. Right, mister? Yeah. He just wants some attention. Now he's moved so you can't even see his head. What even is personal space with cats? I don't know. I don't think we'll ever know. The thing is though, when they want personal space and you want to get up in theirs, they want nothing to do with you. They're like, get away, claws biting. But when they want yours, it's like, please. Like, I have a scratch, an accidental scratch that I didn't even know he had done from where he tried to lay on me last night. Oh, there he goes. He's given up. He's like, goodbye. There you go. You can just see all the stickers I have on the bottom of my drawing tablet. Now I've got to put this all back together. I just can't let the scissors fall off. Right. Was that right? That'll do. The only thing is, the ring light on this camera blinds me. That'll do. Right, I can get a bit closer again. And I have to mark off those stitches that I had done. Oh. But yeah, so when he tried to lay on me, he must have accidentally like rolled my muscle, my arm muscle, and clawed me. Because it wasn't there before, and now it is. My scissors are gonna fall off. Let's just... Oh, I put my... So I got that kit from the Frosted Pumpkin that I kind of showed you. When was it? Was it Monday last week? Oh, I can't even remember. Anyway, when I got one of the houses from Megan at Coffee Craft Fabrics, she gave us one of the scissors. So I put the narwhal scissor fob on these. What are you doing back here? You're not supposed to be back up here. Excuse me. Thank you. Go on. Go on. Thank you. This cat. Yeah, So I have the novel. So I have them on these, and these are like decent scissors. They're not as sharp, like you can hear the difference. Yeah. So these ones aren't as sharp, and I've had these stalk ones for 4 years, like maybe 3 years actually. I might got them in 21. No, I think I got them in 2020. It doesn't matter. I got these because I was always using cheap and cheerful scissors and they were always just getting dull. So I was like, you know what? We're just gonna get some decent scissors. And I've had them ever since. And they're great. They're still just as sharp. Like a lot of the things I have, I got back in 2020 when I really started to cross stitch. Like there are like some things I got from before then, like some of the frames and stands I got, but a lot of it really picked up in 2020. Because I just joined a cross stitching community for like the first time, and was just starting everything. Like if I'd had all the pictures I've taken over the years, you'd see like a big jump in me starting projects. Like I started this Kingdom Hearts project, not a project that shall not be named type, although I really wanted to do that. I actually have my own pattern. I found it when we were talking about the stained glass Kingdom Hearts project. I was like, I really wish I could do that, and I spent months. Ooh, Zelda. Sorry, he was going across the arm of my chair, so I was just letting him go. I spent months trying to find a buyable pattern, a free pattern, a pixel art sprite that I could turn into a pattern. I ended up just making myself this whole pattern, and I even went through and I made sure that there was no confetti. So I have my own that I could probably stitch at some point. Maybe one of these days. So, we'll see. There's lots of things I want to do. I want to restart any project I started on Ada that's not been finished. I want to restart it on evenweave. The only one I'm debating about is the Animal Almanac, like I had said earlier, because I'd brought it up. That one's on an evenweave. It's on an 18 count. And I'm like, I'm up to July. So I'm like, oh, just a little over halfway. Do I really want to do all that again on evenweave, or just finish it on the Ada? Because I bought hand-dyed fabric. So it's like I spent a ton of money on it. I might as well. Because 2020 was also the year I found that you could get fabric hand-dyed. And so I went not a bit crazy. Like I didn't have everything on hand-dyed, but a lot of it. Like what I should do one of these days, like I don't know when or how, I should just get out every project I own and we could just go through them. Like a whip parade. Because I do keep stats on every single project I've done. I say every single, I don't have older ones. like the only one I have from 2019 written down is the Gamer Nouveau by Gecko Rouge. Well, charted by Gecko Rouge, art by Medusa Dollmaker. But that's it. I don't have my EVs on there. I don't think I do, because that would have been at the top. No. It just starts with Gamer Nouveau that I started on the 6th of August 2019. And then Beautiful Secrets by HAED. I started on the 14th of March 2020, so that project is 4 years old now. A lot of these projects are 4 years old. Ugh. So, because I tried doing Whip Go this year, I should have known better. I was like really determined to do it this year, and then I got this thing. I had it all planned out. I was going to do all the SALs that I've neglected over the years because I wanted to get them done, or at least some progress on them, because some of them I haven't touched in years and they've ended. And I was like, oh, what what an interesting way to do it would be Whip Go. But no, I didn't realize how big of a commitment this would be. I was like, oh yeah, I can get, because I did explain this. I can't remember which stream it was. I might have been Monday. See, everything's just a blur. I was like gonna do a page a month, so like this page in January, this one in February, and then the third in March, and then April would have been the Tiny Slither, this would have been May's, and that would have been June's. But I was just like, you know what, if I do all of it, then it's done. And I was hoping to have had these pages done by now, like this next page here too, but that's not happened. I've been working on this every day, putting in a minimum. I like to put in a minimum of 300 stitches a day, but like the absolute minimum is like 250, just so it's getting something in it. Is it me or is it colder since it's got sunny? I wouldn't know. I haven't left the house since yesterday. And I'm sat in a room that's... So I couldn't tell you. I mean... My PC says it's 9 degrees outside. So... Seems like it. When I went outside yesterday, it was okay. It was like jacket weather. Compared to last week where it was just chucking it down. But I wouldn't know. What just happened there? I felt something pop up that shouldn't have popped up. I think I caught the knot. Should be fine. Yeah, I was just like wanting to do things a certain way. Like I always have plans to do something one way, and then I go to do that plan and I end up just completely changing my mind, which does irritate some people because it's like, well, you said you were going to do it like this, and I was like, yeah, that's before I sat down to actually do it. Like, I'm not doing it to be difficult. It's just sometimes the way I see it in my brain and the way it actually will work can be two different things. I might realize how much more difficult I'm making it until I'm sat there doing it. Or I envision it being bigger than it is. Like my wardrobe, well, it's like a cupboard technically. It's not a big cupboard. It has a Kallax unit in it and then a bunch of stuff. And I was going to get some shelves to go in, like a shelving unit to go in there to take this, to sort it out. I don't think that's going to work now because I saw it bigger in my eye, in my brain's eye, than it actually is in reality. Even though it's sat right there and I can see it. A what unit? A Kallax. A Kallax. It's from IKEA. It's one of those, the ones that are like the gridded boxes that you can get to put in them. Kallax. Yeah. Because I got one of them a few years ago to store my clothes in. Now I'm like, that'd be really good to put my cross-stitching stuff in. But my clothes are in it now, so it's like no good. You have similar. I love IKEA because it's, I say cheap. They're not cheap, but they're not overly priced. Like this desk is an IKEA desk. It's one of their ones with the Alex drawers. Because I just needed drawers on my desk. Because I used to have one of those L-shaped desks. And as much as I loved that, I just outgrew it. It was just too small, so I've now got a straight desk. And I've outgrown this. And I'm like, I just need a room for myself and these desks. So I could just have desks everywhere and storage everywhere. I think that's what my problem is. When I'm in a cluttered environment, my brain's cluttered. I can't think properly. And sometimes, like, this time last year, this room had just been moved around. So my desk used to be on the other side of the room. Whereas now it's up against this side. I say that like you can tell, but you can't tell. But it's up against the left side instead of the right side. It also just means that when people come upstairs, they don't just see me because our bedroom door is right by where my desk used to be. And because we have noisy floorboards in this house, because this house is quite old, when people would come upstairs and I'm streaming, especially when I had my older mic, you would hear them. And it would be really awkward because everyone's trying to be quiet, but the mic was so sensitive. The mic I had before this one, it was the same brand, but it was one of those mics that had the microphone on both sides, so it would pick up left and right, whereas this one's only at the top. This one's like a podcasting mic. Because I just felt like when I was streaming, I needed something directly in my face, but not right in my face. Because I used to smack that thing with my head so many times, because it'd be overhead. Because I couldn't have it to the side of me because it was so big, it would get in my view. Because I needed it like quite close to my mouth to hear me, whereas this one, it's not right in front of my face, but you can still hear me just as well. But you can't hear like people coming up the stairs. You can pick up Loki, but that's because he's right underneath me, because I'm right above the living room and he's basically here but below, and he screams loud. Like my sister just said that she just messaged me saying sorry if you could hear Pickles, the other bird. I don't think I heard him, so I don't think any of you guys heard him. So it's like, it's fine. But I just wanted to get a better mic so you could all hear me better. Because when I'd listened to my previous streams, even with me turned right up and my music turned right down, my music was still so much louder. I know we had that issue right at the start when I first started streaming again, but that's been sorted and it's now fine. But I just also wanted a mic where I didn't need to do too many things to it to make it sound good. Because if I accidentally made a new scene and for an event, I would have to make sure I transferred everything with it. Otherwise, it sounds terrible. Like, I did a whole stream for that crafted day in event and my mic just sounded terrible because I didn't have time to check everything, so I just made a new scene, threw everything in and called it a day. I shouldn't have done that. I should have checked my mic. But we had time slots, so it wasn't like, oh, just go live when you're ready. It was like, no, you have to go live at this time, and I picked the time myself, but I had to pick a time that I could do. And so we would watch and raid train each other. So when I was raided by youth that Friday, when I was doing that collab stream with Lumi, that was technically my second raid, but I considered it my first because it was my first proper raid that wasn't part of something. So I like to celebrate the small things. Sometimes when I don't have much to talk about, these streams just turn into me just letting a thought come to my brain and me just spouting nonsense. Like, I just go on rambly rambles because I don't know what else to say. It's like I'm having a little podcast. Because I have plans to revamp my Ko-fi shop and stuff like that. It's still open. I've never closed it. I just haven't had any orders. And other than the message that pops up in chat once an hour or something, that's the only promotion it gets. Because I don't have anything to offer. Like, that's new. I don't have a shop update imminent. I was trying to get one out last year. And then the year before, for times of the year like Halloween and summer, and it just never happened. I think what it was is, like I had said earlier, I had my new treatment for my Crohn's that made me feel so amazing that I ended up doing too much. And then when I inevitably failed the medication, like it stopped working, I just crashed harder because I had all these things I wanted to do, but now couldn't. So I'm like, So I'm just gonna try, like, just as long as I only stream and it's just this. Like, if all I'm doing is streaming and I'm only streaming working on this, it's something. I don't want to keep having to take breaks. Like a week, or hopefully not a week, but some time off here and there, like a normal time, it's fine. It's when I end up cancelling every single stream for every single week. And I know I'll have to take time off when I have surgery because there's no way I'm going to be able to stream whilst I'm in the hospital or recovering. But I totally don't have your stream, Lumi's stream, your Ko-fi, and Lumi's Ko-fi always open. Yeah, there is no Lumi stream today, right? Like, she's definitely cancelled that. Because I remember seeing it when I came on this morning, that she was still up at 8 o'clock our time. And I was like, Jesus Christ, Lumi, that's what, 1 a.m. her time? because she's panicking. Over getting Kofi stuff done. It's like, bless. I think her having to find out from me first about the issue with the potential clown, I think that also threw her off, because she was like panicking that if I said yeah it did, she'd have to scrap everything she had done, and I would have like felt so bad if she had to. I'd have just been like, just send it to me, it's fine. It doesn't look like a clown. If anything, it looks like a Wiggler from Mario. Like, that's it. But yeah, I was just like, I would have felt so guilty if she had to change it after doing all that work. But like, I have some... I have one piece of artwork done that I want to put in the shop as a print. I've made it print, I've made it into a memo pad, a sticker, and I'm like, right, that's basically all it needs. I mean, it doesn't even need to be all that, it could have just been a print or just a sticker. But I like going extra. I'll take one of each. Well, it's not out yet, so you can't yet. I just want to have more available, and I'm revamping my memo pads. So the ones that are on there, I might have to put them on a discount, like a discount sale. Because I made loads. I say loads. I made like... When I heard that I was taking part in the Crafty Day and event, I did make more in case I sold really well. Because I had seen people in the Discord say how many orders they had got because of the event, and I was hoping that, you know, like I had only just opened my shop as well, so it wasn't like I was a pre-established content creator. And like I tried posting, like my TikTok is dead. I tried to post a TikTok. I was like, yeah, this is okay. But at the same time, it's too much. I don't like having to do something for one social media and then having to do it for something else. If I can't post it on one and it does it to the others automatically for me, I don't really want to do it. Because you got to do TikToks, you got to do Instagram Reels, stories, posts, threads now, YouTube, the YouTube Shorts, and it's like, Twitter, Blue Sky, which is now also Twitter. It's been made by the same people that made Twitter before they sold it to Elon Musk. Tumblr, because that's come back again, and it's like, no. So I started to make like little social media posts on my Ko-fi. Like I used to do a blog post, like here's what I did every week on Twitch. And here's stuff I've been doing behind the scenes, but I stopped. I'm just the worst content creator. I need a social media manager to do that for me. I need a person to do that, but I don't have the money to pay for someone to do it, so I'm stuck doing it myself. I just hate having to do all the things that, you know, we have to do. You've got to upload something every single day. Because if you miss a day, guess what? Your reach is down the toilet. It's like, no. What's gone on here? What has happened? My knot's not knotting in the right spot. There, I just dragged it through. It's fine. Yeah, so I just hate doing the social media side, and it's like, that's why I'm like preferring to just do it on stream, because if someone stumbles upon me, they might be more inclined if they see it being made rather than me just posting on social media. I know lots of people get their sales from there and they're not using, and then I'm like shooting myself in the foot by not using Etsy or like Shopify. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't really want to use Etsy. Like, I have an Etsy account set up just because that's what I was going to go with, but the fees. Oh, Jesus Christ, the fees. Like, if I don't sell anything and then my listing expires, I still have to pay for that. And that's what's annoying. It's like if you sell, especially, and even digital products, so you have to put them up, and then you can only sell so many of them before they sell out, and then you have to renew them. And it's like, ugh. I even had plans to for subscribers, so I do actually have plans to do this one. I just want to wait till I actually get into a rhythm with streaming before I start doing this one. But originally, the what I was going to do for subscribers, this was like when I very first started streaming, I was going to take one of my emotes and I was going to turn them into a cross stitch pattern. I have one out of all of them made. And then I was like asking the people in the community if they wanted me to test stitch it or if they were fine with just taking the pattern and stitching it. And they all voted for me to test stitch it, and I never got round to it. So it's my stab emote as well. That's the pattern. Like, I have it in a folder sitting on this computer ready. So maybe when I get to my 4-year anniversary this year, I'll just give it out to everyone. Like, here you go, it's on the Ko-fi for free. 4 years of streaming. Because I don't know what to do with it. But the new idea I had, and I had this idea when I was streaming back in 2022 as well, I just never got round to it, was am I missing a... No, it's here. Why is that there? Okay. I must have put that in the wrong spot. Okay, never mind. I thought I'd lost a whole colour that I had used before. Because this was in this. It might actually be... Oh, you can't see it. Hang on. It might actually be the pink here. Oh god, I keep moving everything. There. Yeah, so my idea is I want to make a little pond scene. I might just take my background actually on this, like the water and stuff. And I want to make you all into little frogs, so you all get to design yourself a frog. Like, there's going to be a base, but there'll be like different colors, so you could be like whatever color you want. You can have spots or no spots. You can for every month you subscribe, you could have an accessory, or maybe like if you subscribe for a whole year, you can get like a little thing put on your head. I haven't like thought that bit through, but and then you can have it as a sticker or whatever you want whenever you want it. So you could always have it as just the plain frog when you do it, and then later down the line you can have it as the one with the leaf or something on its head. Because I originally drew Leap, like this model I'm using now, with a little sprout on his head. It's just getting round to doing it, because I have the base. It's basically like the frog I used for the Be Right Back screen, but with whatever you want, basically. Then we can have our proper frog army. So it's a bit like a sub-doodle, but it's you get your own frog. Because you are supposed to be like my froggy community. When I first started streaming, you all used to be called like tadpoles when you're followers, and then you'd become frogs when you would subscribe. That's why in the Discord you're like, it says frog and tadpole. But then I stopped doing it. I hadn't changed it in the Discord because I liked it, and it just makes it easier to remember. But then when I start my Ko-fi membership, they're all going to be like, the different tiers are all different stages of a frog. So you'll have like a frog spawn, a tadpole, a froglet, then a frog, and then for the highest tier it'd be like a super frog. Because there's nothing after a frog other than dead. Just make the tier dead frog. Imagine. What's... Ooh, this thread scares me. That's right, I've got to do 2 stitches with it, so... Like, in the Discord, you'll see, like, all the tiers are there for everything, for every tier in the Ko-fi. I just haven't launched it. I was going to launch it in 2022. Like, I was going to come back to streaming. I came back to streaming drawing, and then I haven't drawn since on stream. So... It's not anything like I'm scared to draw on stream. It's more... I don't know how to put it. Cross-stitching is a lot easier for me to set up, even though it takes longer. It's easier. It's my go-to when I don't know what to do. And then I don't have that added pressure of people watching. But I have done art streams in the past and I've enjoyed them. So... See, this is what I mean. I'm just throwing like ideas out and seeing what sticks and what doesn't. This is life with Emma's brain. Where I just have a thought come to my head and it's like, oh, really long tangent incoming. It's just me trying to talk to myself, because sometimes there will be no one here, or back when I was streaming in 2022 there was no one there, so I was just trying to make sure that I didn't have long silences. I don't think it matters, but something about just sitting here and like, I might as well, if I'm gonna sit here in silence, I might as well not stream. That's how I see it. And then I was like, oh, if I play games on stream, like I talk to myself all the time when I game. So like me streaming a game is like this, it's nothing. And I'm very good at doing that. I want to get myself a capture card so I can stream like the PlayStation and that, because I have a PlayStation 5 just gathering dust because I haven't had chance. And it's like, I could be like, I've got trophies to get in God of War Ragnarok. Because I finished the game, I've just got to get the rest of the trophies. Because I platinumed God of War when that came out in 2018. I got like a really big kick out of gaming in 2018 because that was when I had my gallbladder out. So I was just buying games just to platinum them. I got Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I had played the others on a different console. I'd played Rise of the Tomb Raider, which was the first one. See, I have them all on my computer, but I can't remember where they are, which desktop they're on. I have the whole Tomb Raider set, the collection, I should say, as well. I just need to get 1, 2, and 3 remaster for the PC. Eventually. Like with everything, I need to get the Elden Ring DLC because that comes out in June, which is like sooner rather than later. Like when that was announced, we had months and now we don't. That's like a couple of months. And I'm like, oh god. I still haven't done the things I've got to do in the base game. Like I haven't even finished the base game of Elden Ring. And the DLC's coming out. I was even like playing along with my sister and her boyfriend, like they would just help me, and now they finished it, and so I can't ask them. So I'm like stuck now. Because I love Souls games, I'm just very bad at them. I get very angry. But then again, I get very angry at the data fights in Kingdom Hearts. I still haven't finished the data organization in 3. And I made a big boo-boo. I was playing that a while ago, and I accidentally saved over my actual game save. Because I made a separate one for the DLC, and then I ended up saving over my game file. So I need to replay through all of 3 on the PlayStation 4 again. But I'm like, if I'm going to do that, I might as well just get it all on PC and do it on the PC. Because it's all on Epic now. So I'm like... Because I want to replay through the Kingdom Hearts series. I can't do com. I cannot do com. That's the one I can't do. The card one no. I played that on the PlayStation. I hated it. I cannot do math that quick. But it's basic arithmetic, I can't do it. And then if I want to, because I want to platinum all the games, but if I want to platinum that one, no, I can't. There's too many cards to get, and you got to do it twice because you got to play as Riku as well as Sora. I can't. I even like tried using a guide to help me, and it was in a foreign language to me. I can't do it. You want me to have a drink? Okay, let me get this thread on, and then I'll have a drink. I'll have a sippy sip, as I call it. What? No, come back. Oh, what have I done? Oh no, it's fine. I pulled the right thing. To translate, I said, look, I'm sipping. Like, A is hydrated. Yeah, I just have so much I want to do and no time to do it. Because I always feel guilty when I'm doing something else and I should be doing something else. I'm always like, well, I could have been doing this. Like, instead of drawing, I could have been working on this. Instead of doing this, I could be drawing. Instead of doing that, I'm just always really hard on myself, and I don't know why. But I tell you what, every time I see Lumi play Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memories, I'm like, oh god damn it, I'm gonna boot that up and play it, but I can't. Like me, I could have been building my unit in the bedroom today, but I've been on the couch. Yeah, but you've done other things. Like you said you were doing housework this morning, so you've done other things. It's not like you've just been on the couch all day doing absolutely nothing. But I'm just... That's not an excuse. I know it's not an excuse. That's how I try and like work it out in my brain. Like, well, you did other things. I don't know. I was on the couch all day Sunday, recovering from Saturday. Yeah, but you had been out, enjoying yourself. See, look, I'm trying to... We're like, no bully. We're saying that to each other. We're pointing at each other going, stop being mean to my friend. And it's like, but I can't. With that meme as well, where we're pointing at the mirror and ourselves, being like, how dare you sit there and do something else. That's what we're doing, but at the same time, we're like, how dare you? It doesn't matter what I'm doing. I could be recovering from surgery, you know, something where you have to do what you're told. Like, when I had my most recent surgery, I couldn't be on my backside. I had to be on my side. And the whole time I was like, I could be doing this. And it's like, but you're meant to be doing nothing to recover. Yeah, but I could have been spending that 2 weeks doing this. So, we're our own worst enemy. But I'm the sort of person that can't just sit there and do absolutely nothing. My hands need to be doing something. That's why I'm like trying to learn crochet as well. So like if I do have to be preoccupied, I don't have to like... Brain, come on. You know, cross-stitching you have to be able to sit a certain way, whereas you can do crochet on your side, upside down. You just need the yarn and a crochet hook and off you go. Whereas like something like this, I can't lay on my side with this. Because this is ridiculous. So that's what my problem is. And like it's gotten worse the older I've gotten. Like I used to be able to just sit there and do nothing all day when I was younger. But now it's like I can't. If I'm not doing something, I'm a failure. Milo has just come into the room, flopped on me and huffed. How dare. Why do cats do that? They go on to you and they go, and you're like, what, I haven't done anything. Like Zelda does that. He'll go up to her and go, and I'm like, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to accomplish from this? Nothing. You've got food, you've got water, what's the problem? I'm giving you attention. What? And it's always like a dissatisfied huff, not like a, oh, I've had a day, mother, let me tell you. It's like a, how dare you? And like, how dare I what? What did I do? Please. Tell me. Nah. We're getting into the lighter colours of this, and now it's getting worse to figure out what I want to stitch. Okay, we could see that colour. We might have these petals done today on stream. We'll see. I also don't know how long I'm going to go for, because I'd normally be stopping around, not now, but like around 7, half 7. But we'll see. I did start like later. Oh, I can finish that case that I was listening to Monday, because I did finish it Tuesday, about the guy that killed his wife and kids. We're just in the picture. You're not getting up from there. That's it. Now the council have decided your fate. Oh, 07. Yeah, so to finish the case off, he was arrested, charged with 3 counts of murder, even though they never found the son's body, unfortunately, and his body has never been found to this day, and he wouldn't say where it is. He was found guilty of all 3 counts. He's one of those cats you can pet once and he purrs for it. Oh, Zelda's like that. Have we all just got a copy of Zelda? Have you just got 2 Zeldas living with you and I've just got the one? Because that's what it seems like. They're very similar. Our cats. Like sometimes I don't even have to stroke him. I just have to look at him and he starts to purr. Like when he was underneath the cross stitch just now, I looked and he started purring. And I was like, what are you doing? He was just like, purr. But yeah, so he was found guilty. I could talk to Milo and he purrs. Oh, it's like the sweetest thing when they do that. Zelda's so loud when he purrs, and it's quite funny because Molly, she doesn't have a loud purr. We don't think she really knew how to purr properly, like she's not done it in ages, so it was broken. So she just has the gentlest purr, and then Zelda sounds like a plane coming by. Oh, there goes Loki. And he said Pickles then. No, that's Loki. He's doing his surveillance. This bird, right, he sounds like, when he does this specific scream, like the one he's doing now, you probably can't hear, he sounds like a robot. So he's just adding to that theory that people have where birds aren't real and they're surveillance drones, because he sounds like one. It sounds like he's doing one of those scans. He's like a radar scanner. Yes, so this guy, he was found guilty on all 3 counts of murder and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole for 25 years, maybe. And he did start to appeal the process. Like, he did start to go through the appeals, and they were like, no. They denied his appeal, and they were like, you cannot appeal again. So everyone was like, oh, thank God. And then they had to start doing the the family didn't find out for 5 years that he had been let out on escorted parole, like daytime parole, so he could go wherever he wanted with an escort, like a chauffeur basically. And the family wasn't even told for 5 years. And they were like, what the hell? And he never admitted to it. Whenever he had an appeal, he never admitted his guilt. He was just like, I didn't do it. And so they would go at the appeal, well, you're not showing any remorse, sir, so no appeal for you. See you in 2 years. So every 2 years, the victim's family would go to do their impact statements and would be like, yeah, we're never going to know where our grandson is, because he won't tell us where he is. And we've lost our daughter, our granddaughter, our grandson, and we've got no other kids. We have no one else. Well, that's not true. She had a sister. Oh, the sister. Remember, she was getting creeped on by the husband. She, because you remember he was coming home earlier whenever she was looking after the kids in the summer when she wasn't at college. And he would start to flirt, and so she kept her distance. She started to, as soon as he would come home, she'd leave. And she never said anything because the marriage was already rocky and she didn't want to be the person to end it. Like, she didn't want to be the cause. So she just kind of kept her mouth shut. Like, I feel like if anything had happened to her, she would have said something. But thankfully, he never did anything to her. And yes, he was having an affair with Marjorie, or as I've dubbed her, Margarine. Because I can't believe it's not butter. That's all I hear. Yep, he was having an affair with her because she was younger. But they were both having affairs because she was also with her husband. So then they broke it off because they both wanted to retry their marriages. And that's when, like, he just kind of killed her. Which made no sense. Like I said, just get a divorce. An affair with... Oh, no, sorry, with the co-worker. Bloody... He never had an affair with the sister. He was always flirting with the sister. But because she was in college and he wasn't like twice her age. He was like late 20s, early 30s. She was just like, that's my sister's husband. No. And she felt creeped around him anyway. So when he would come home early, she would be like, oh, well, there's an adult here now. I can go by. No, at work, he was having an affair with his co-worker called Marjorie. Or as they called her, Margarine. Sorry. She just didn't want to be the one that split them up, the sister. She didn't want to tell her sister that he was being a bit creepy around her because their marriage was already quite rocky and she didn't want to be blamed. What episodes were they? They're on the Canadian True Crime podcast. I have a cat paw print on my phone. 131's the one I'm listening to right now, which is part 2 of something else. It might have been 129. Episodes 129 and 128. I'm not 100%. But yeah, so they had an affair, and then the co-worker, and then he groped his neighbour. He groped her boob. She came round asking for alcohol, and he was like, yeah, we have some alcohol you can have. And as he gave it to her, he like purposely brushed up her boob, and she was like, what are you doing? His move. Look at that pose. Damn. He's a long boy. I love the way cats like lay and sleep and stuff. It's very funny to me. But yes, so it was confirmed that he was having an affair with the co-worker. He wasn't doing anything with the neighbor, but a year later, this was like just like the night before the murder, they had a party. Him and his wife had a party, and like a swim. They just had men. Emma, I know, it always comes back to men. But they were having like a little swimming party because they had a swimming pool, and it was like the nice weather for it. So they were like, oh, let's just invite the neighbors. It might have been a hot tub actually, and they invited the 2 neighbors, like the couple that they're friends with, the one he groped, and they both came over. And after a few hours, the wife decided to call it a night, and then the husband, not her husband, the other husband, decided to go. So then it was just him and the neighbor that he had groped in the hot tub. And his wife was like very suspicious because it was like, why didn't you just leave? Like, why didn't you just, the party was kind of over when he went. And it's like, you'd already done something to her once. And I think that's when he snapped and killed her. And it said that the children heard the commotion and came in and saw either their mum dead or being attacked. So he had to get rid of the children because they had witnessed it. And it's like, And it was the mattress underlay he cut up. I don't know what a mattress underlay is, but it was the mattress underlay he ended up cutting, as well as that one part of the carpet. They found her blood. Well, back in these times, they couldn't do a DNA confirmation. They just knew that it was the same blood type as his wife. So they didn't have confirmation. It was her, like, oh, this is 100% her DNA. It was like, she's the only one in this house with this blood type and she's missing, so this is her blood. So they found traces of her blood in the bedroom. They found blood in the bathroom, like where he had tried to wash his hands. They'd found some bloody towels, and they were like, yeah, no. And the blood had seeped through the carpet into the undercarpet and then the floor. So they were like, yeah, no. So yeah, found guilty, sentenced to life in prison. He did end up getting parole, but he was in his 70s by the time he got parole. He did break the terms of his parole, though. He wasn't supposed to be in a relationship with anyone unless the court knew, and this is like when he was first put into prison, like a year or so after. He did end up in a relationship with a woman that he never disclosed to the parole board. And it's like, how how does he still get parole and all that when he's clearly violated his terms? I don't get it. I don't get how you get people that commit petty crimes, like, oh no, I sold a bit of weed and now I'm in trouble. Who get like the book slapped at them for breaking a parole rule. But this guy killed 3 members of his family and then dated someone without telling them, and they were like, yeah, you can go, but it was like 50 years later. But it was just like, that makes no sense. The wife's parents did end up passing away within, I think it was a day of each other, so they never found out what happened to their grandson. And now the daughter fights for, at the time, the parole. And the only reason why he got parole, right, they decided during the pandemic to do a paper hearing. So, which is where they do the parole hearing without anyone present, and they just read through the case and all the things he's done since being in prison, and they allowed him parole, like full daytime release, no supervision, full on into the society. When he never once said that he did it. So he was never rehabilitated because he never said what he did. And I was like, I think his parole should have been like a bargaining tool. Like, we'll give you full parole if you tell us where your son is, like where you put his body. And if not, then you can stay in prison where you belong. I don't know, maybe I just sound really harsh, but I just think that his son's never been found. And we can presume he's been dead this whole time, because I feel like if he wasn't, he would have come forward. If he was still alive, he would have come forward, or they would have found him via DNA by now. Which makes me think he's dead. And he was just buried somewhere, and because of the way he said things, they just didn't know. Like, they found his wife and daughter in the same general area, so they assumed that they'd find the son there too, but no. So I just hope that son is resting in peace, even if it's in an unmarked grave. I just hope that somebody found him and gave him the burial he deserved, because his father surely didn't care. And then the case I'm listening to now, I'm not going to talk about too much because it could be quite triggering for people, but it was basically an attempted assault, and he's been charged with it, but she's having to so in Canada they do put publication bans on victims of certain crimes and perpetrators of other crimes. So if the perpetrator is under 18, their name is banned you're not allowed to publicize the person's name. It's like over here, when we had those 2 little boys that ended up killing that other boy, their names escape me. Like, when mum was here, she'd tell me their names, but they were like the world's youngest killers or Britain's youngest killers. They were like 10 years old and they went on to kill like a 2-year-old boy. They lured him away and their names were put under like a publication ban. One of them's had their name changed because he keeps committing crimes. It's like, why all spend our money to change his name? James Bolger. Yep. That's it. Yeah. Like, one of them, the worst of the 2's, had his name changed. That was sick. Yeah. But he was caught with indecent images of children on his PC and was sent back to prison. And it's like, why are we protecting this guy? Like, he doesn't deserve it. They did change both their names, though. Both their names were changed, I think. And the other guy has gone on to live a normal life, like he's married with children. Like, I think he learned from being in prison. But the other one, lock him up and throw away the key. I just can't stand. I can't stand murder in general, but children. Child murders. What did they do? Not that anyone deserves to be murdered, but like, what did a child do to need killing? You know? Then there's also that other case. Oh, I can't remember which this one's called either. It literally came up on my Reddit feed yesterday because it was the anniversary of the parents and the son. She was 12 and she was in a relationship, not that you can call it one, because the age gap was disgusting. She was 12 in a relationship with a 23-year-old, 29-year-old. I think he was 29 actually. And it's like, yeah, that's not a relationship. That's grooming. And he ended up convincing her to kill her parents and her brother, and she did. I think she thought she was a werewolf or something as well. And it's like, okay. No, there's just some cases where you're like, what the hell happened? So. I just don't get how an adult, I don't get what any adult wants with a child. You know, like what? Ew. No. It's like I was saying in Lumi's stream, anyone that thinks a child, like anything a child does is sexy, they should be 6 feet under. Because no. Like, children are innocent, they don't understand. We don't need to sexualize them, we don't need to do anything with them. Let them be children. Please. Ow, my ankle. I just a lot of true crime cases that I listen to really sicken me because of certain parts. Some that don't even involve like murder, like ones that have gotten me and like have brought tears to my eyes is the Seawall, I probably said that wrong, the ferry that happened over in South Korea. Just because of that was a botched thing. That was like one of the first proper Stephanie Sue videos or Rotten Mango videos I watched. The first one I watched from her was about Kim Jong-il, the brother of Kim Jong-un, where he was murdered by two girls thinking they were doing a YouTube prank. But they actually had this poisonous substance or toxic substance on their hands, and they put it on his face, like pretending it was like water, and then he died. And they were like, huh? But so the ferry in South Korea got me, and then the mall, I can't remember what mall it's called. 1 second. It's the Sampoong Mall, where the mall was built badly, like there was issues and they knew there were issues and they were like, yeah, it's fine, and then it wasn't, and it came down on a bunch of people. Like people were in there shopping and it came down on them. It was bad. Like it takes a lot in a certain case to make me cry. Oh, this one. This one's an Emma Kenny video. It was about this girl who had Down syndrome, and her mother killed her by starving her to death when the ambulance came because the mother was pretending to care for her daughter. She was bone, basically. She had no muscle and she was covered in her own feces, and it was just disgusting. That one got me. I just can't stand people that have disabled children who go on to abuse them, and it's like there's a special place in hell for you. So but the one I can't watch because I know it'll make me cry, because I teared up just listening to the intro, is the animal nth room. I just can't. Like, I can listen to horrific things happen to people, but when it's an animal, I can't. I had to stop listening to that one. Yeah, no, I don't blame you. See, my bad. It was my bad when I was talking to you about it, because I thought you were talking about the human one, and then when I was like, yeah, it gets sexual, and you were like, what? And then I was like, oh, wait, which one are you watching? And you went, the animal, and I was like, oh. Yeah, no, I didn't get that far. I got maybe a minute in, like, to where she was talking about the cat in the electrical box. That was it. That was all I could hear. I was like, nope, goodbye. I was like, yeah, no. So that's going to be like the only video of hers that's going to sit there unwatched, because I will never be able to watch it. I get that some serial killers do start with like animal torture and killing before they move on to people, and it's like, yeah, if that's all the person says is they started to torture animals, that's it, that's all I need to know. I don't want to know what they did to the animal. Oh well, they do this. It's like, yeah, no, that's too much. Skip. I can't. I think the most recent Rotten Mango video was about the boy that well, he wasn't a boy really, he was a teenager who killed, or an 18-year-old who ended up killing a homeless man. Head in the closet, yeah. His mum was running a daycare and she opened the closet and there was just a bag. And he was like, oh. When we saw the police video, haven't seen it yet. Oh, okay, then I won't say anymore. I'll stop. Because she shows like body cam footage. You don't see anything graphic. But it's a good one because it's not like, there's no terrible details. So you'll have to watch that one and then we can discuss that one. Because that one was, compared to the animal and the nth room ones, though, that one was like a nice cheery one. Not that true crime's cheery, but it was definitely better. I could start it right now. How long is it? An hour and a bit? I don't know if I'm going to be on for another hour, to be honest. Like, we could have done a live reaction, like you tell me what you think as you get to it. I mean, you can always watch it today, and then if I'm on tomorrow, you can tell me then. So. Because my ribs hurt, I don't know why. And my ribs have just started to hurt. Or I can DM, yeah, you can do that too. Or you can DM. We can do whichever. You can DM me about it and be like, Emma, what? And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, because I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on. I'm starting to feel quite, ugh. And my butt's starting to get sore. And like, that can be set off now. Since last week when it was really sore, it's like, I mean, 152 ain't bad. We did get most of this done. I just don't know who is on. Because normally it'd be Lumi, but there is no Lumi. We have a Dace and a youth. We could raid youth. Wait. Oh. How does that sound? We go and raid youth. I think I might be done for today. Because everything's just starting to hurt. I think my body's like, you've reached your limit. And I'm like, okay. Let's bring you guys over here. So. What was youth doing? She's finishing. I don't know if she's finished it. Where'd she go? She was finishing her Japanese Hakama inspired pants. So we could always go over there. Because she tends to be on a lot longer than I am as well. So there we go. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go raid youth. I need to turn it down though. There we go. Right. But look, we nearly finished them. Nearly. I'll finish them in a bit. just with everything in the way. Okay, let's do. I just need to be able to reach this keyboard better. That's what it is. Right, I think the keyboard should. This is why Zelda sat on it though, because I did move it, but now I've got my mic. Anyway. Sorry, she's showing us her pants that she's made. Oh, they're flowy like a skirt. Look, if you don't know who Youth is, she goes by Euphoriatic. Wait. Euphoriatic. Right, so this is Youth's channel. She does a bit of everything, I think. She started to cross stitch, she crochets, she sews. Does she knit? She might knit. I can't remember. But she does everything, right? So I think we're gonna go head over there. Sorry for the... Oh god. No, it's... I just typed it out once, and now I can't type it out again. Sorry for the shorter stream today. I did start a bit later. I was gonna go a bit later, but my phone also plays up. So normally my mum and that send me a message when they're on the way home, so I know, so I can be done if I need to. I normally am done by the time they come home, but sometimes it just doesn't happen that way. The plan is I haven't done a thing. Hang on. We haven't done a raid message. What do we want to do? Do you want to use the regular, or should we come up with something? I need to change the regular one, I think. But yeah, I normally stay on a bit later to make up for it, but I think, you know, once in a while a shorter stream ain't that bad. We'll see. The regular is fine. Okay. But yeah, no, I am sorry for ending just a bit early. I mean, we're nearly at 3 hours, so it was fine. So this is the regular raid message if you're not a sub. If you're a sub, this is the raid message, or you could change it to whatever emotes you want. No, you could change out those raid ones for the gremlins, because, you know, we like to bring those little gremlin. We like to bring the gremlin energy, even if we don't feel like it most days. At least I don't most days. Like right now, I don't feel very gremlin-y. I feel very bleh. So if I am back tomorrow, I'm either back tomorrow and Friday, or just Friday. It'll be more of this. This is all we're doing. It's getting very hard to come up with stream titles that aren't just HAED SAL. Yeah. Because it's like, what else am I supposed to put? I'm working on the HAED SAL every single day until it's done. So I'm just like, what do I do? So hopefully by the end of this week, this page should be done. I'll have this page gridded out, ready. If it comes to it and it's Sunday and I've got to start the page because I finished, I'm starting the page, and then we'll just work on it from there. But we're going to go back to 3799 for this page. Yay, back to 3799 hell for this page. And then, because I want to leave the frog kind of till the end, so I want to work around it. Like, that's the plan. Because if I was doing it by row, we'd get to it pretty quick. But I think I want to do like everything here and underneath. We'll see. We shall see. Hopefully, But this is me. My plans could change. I could just be like, oh, you know what, screw it. If it's getting hard to tell which green is the green that's meant for this and the frog, it's just one of those things. So, right, we're gonna head over to you. If I'm gonna start this raid now, I'm gonna stop blabbering. As much as you will love to hear me blabber. I'm gonna start the raid. And like I said, I should be back tomorrow. If not tomorrow, definitely Friday. Just trying to get into a swing of things, like at least, you know, at least something. Sorry, I'm just getting my raid message. I haven't actually done it. There we go. Right. But yeah, so thank you all for coming. Thank you for any follows, any raids, anything. And I need to find the thing. There we go. I should be back, like I said, tomorrow or Friday. Right. Bye-bye.